Yo, 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 what's the deal, my people? You don't know it's Jason Gooner. We're back on Jason Gooner TV, and you know it's week 15 EPL review show. Yes, I'm trying to bring the energy, people, but gonna sap some of my energy this week, people. I'm not gonna lie to you, people. We needed the 3 points. Woke up Saturday morning, ready for our Merseyside derby, the last one in Goodison Park, just to find out that the weather was too bad to play football, so they got to sit out that one. So thinking about it, I said, all right, end of the weekend, 4 points behind, looks a little better. Was not meant to be for my side, but I digress. We will go in the order of the matches, people. So we're gonna take our time, start with match one, and then we'll go through all the fixture them for the week. Big up everybody in the building where I check in, we're up on YouTube. So the rules for YouTube, people, like the video. It's a thumbs up button somewhere on the screen where you watch on a device. If you're up on the TV, you can thumbs up it. Just, get your remote, smash the thumbs up thing. Simple, very easy. It don't cost nothing. If you're there, watch me. That's a simple thing, people. Support the thing, like the video, share the content if you can. The whole on having a group them when things are going on in a football and I talk about football all day. Share the content in the group them. So the people that will love talk football can there and talk about football as well. Yeah, man. And of course, if you're new to the channel, never been here before, subscribe. Always talking football on this channel. So if you're a fan of football, a fan of sports in general, but we tend to focus on the football most of the time. So yeah, make sure to drop on a subscription to the channel quick and fast. Bianconeri boss, my long time brother. Big up yourself every time, bro. Yes. Game birds up full. What go on, bro? Yeah, man, we're there. Game birds, you drop out star. You give me like what? 5 of the game them. And then you're gone. So I don't know. You maybe would I get donkey. I don't know. We have some donkey this week though, people. Sad to say. So yes, we did the picks this week. So we have the prediction standings we're gonna drop later. We have the donkey of the week we're gonna drop later. And you don't know. I have to check in with the FPL car. Salah carry my FPL side, and Salah never played this week, people. So it's not looking so good. It's not looking so good at all. But yeah, we're gonna check in with all of that, people. But you don't know the first thing I'm gonna do. I check in with the game them. So let me get on screen the first fixture for the week. Yeah. And then we'll go through the game them quick and fast. People, make sure not smash the like button. That's really the only thing I'm really ask for. Yeah, man. Game Bird say, yep. Big up. We're outside. All right, so Villa Southampton was the first game that we're going to talk about. So let me get it on the screen. Yeah, birds, my vex too. The weekend, yeah. Still up, All right, so this one ended 1-0. John Duran got the start and repaid Unai Emery with a goal in the first half in the 24th minute. They could not get anything more on top of that. That 1-0 is all they could muster on the day. Leon Bailey got the start, had to get subbed off. They say it's an injury, so hoping it's not anything serious. So if we check on that for sure. As a matter of fact, see if there's any news on that. Leon Bailey injury. I meant to check this earlier, but I haven't. Fresh Aston Villa. Okay, 7 hours ago. Let me check that one there. I then play Leipzig tomorrow, so Emery confirmed Bailey will miss Villa's Champions League clash, but could return from his hamstring injury as soon as this weekend. All right, so look like it's not anything too serious. It's a very small injury. He's not here for tomorrow. We'll wait for the next match on Saturday. So yeah, I didn't put that on screen, people, but I just read that nothing too serious for Bailey, so that's a good sign. Can't really afford for getting a long injury after him just a forward again from another injury. But John Duran, as I said, got the goal. Another player that played in this game that I was checking for, so I went back and watched the game, obviously to see Bailey and everything. But Nathan Wood is another player, people. Has some heritage to Jamaica. prem level, typically a championship player, but in the prem this year, I think this is his second start in a row now. And on ratings, he had the highest rating in the game. So one thing that jumped out at me last week when I was watching him play for the first time in the Premier League was his passing accuracy and his calmness under pressure. And again, 96%, a lot of touches as well, 87. So it's not like it's just one and two time him touch the ball during this game. So yeah, very accomplished, very technical. I know the coach that we currently excuse me, the coach that we currently have is all about playing out, saying more players that can handle the football. This player right here would be somebody that would fit that for sure. So if you never know people, start to watch this youth, Nathan. Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. Everybody name of that W part in it, but from where they are, I don't know why. But yeah, that kid, people, I'm telling you, Nathan, take him in. I'm certain that he has Jamaican lineage. As far as interest, that I couldn't tell you, but I know that the kid can present the country for sure. And he has pretty much represented England at every level from U15 right up 15, 16, 17, 18, 20s, and 21s. So, for sure, I think his last cap for the 21s was a while ago. He's 22 now. He'll be 23 next May. So yeah, he's only made 2 appearances this year, but I think that he'll become a fixture. He play for Southampton. This youth right there, so. Yeah, just two. Him start the last 2 games. Him playing the EFL Cup as well. Him just play the U21s in September. So one of them ones, It's gonna be tough, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, definitely promising prospect for sure. Very comfortable on the ball. Solid defensive as well. But yeah, player of the match in terms of ratings. But let's take a look at Leon's game a little bit closer before we talk about the game some more. So this was Leon's game by the numbers. Came off in the 59th minute due to injury, as it was a low-grade hamstring, so nothing serious, according to Emery. Should be available for the weekend again. So let's see if he can get back to start in the Prem. But he had an expected assist of 0.20, so that's not bad. 28 touches. He was not he was complete on every pass attempt, 17 for 17 for 100%. He tried 4 crosses, was unsuccessful on any of those. Tried 1 dribble, was unsuccessful. 3 out of 4 ground duels, that's good. 0 for 1 on the aerials. He lost possession 6 times in his 28 touches, so better ball retention today for Bailey, or this week for Bailey. He was fouled 3 times, so causing problems, keeping possession. So Bailey had a decent game, a 6.7. Still would like to see him a little bit more decisive in the final third, a little bit more involved in the final third period. But yeah, still feel like it's still a bit of playing with a handbrake with Bailey, and he still ends up tweaking the hamstring a bit from what I see, engaging in a few more sprints in the games now, but still not. Can still see that he's in the back of his mind, he's thinking of his body and pulling up, and he's not fully there yet. But hopefully, as Emery said, it's a short term, and he can get back to getting back to the top level that we know him can reach. But John Duran, people, I've been wondering, when the time was gonna come where he was just gonna give him a start. And he gave him a start in this one, played 58 minutes, 2 shots on target, did miss a big chance as well as score his goal, 21 touches, 79%. So John Duran, people, would you say that John Duran, if you were Unai Emery, would you start John Duran over Watkins, or would you try to find a system where you could play both of them? Do you think Watkins is still the starter moving forward? I probably would have to say you have to stick with Watkins just based off of what he's giving you, the body of work. But to be honest, the minute Watkins ain't looking the right way, I would just have a quicker trigger to sub on Duran, instead of, I think at times he waits till a certain time in the game, regardless of how Watkins is playing. I would be quicker to put him on personally. Bless up Chile, Wagwan. Watkins is a starter. Yeah, I would agree. I think it would be harsh to make Duran take his work right now, but I don't know, man. If I'm the coach, I'm trying to figure out how can I play both of these guys, especially the fact that it doesn't really look like Leon is giving you everything right now, and you have a lot of players, the likes of Morgan Rogers, John McGinn, Jacob Ramsey. They all are comfortable in a more inside space. They really don't want to be playing on the wing. So if you have a two-striker system of some sort and you play some cams behind them, you get your width from your fullbacks and everything. It could work that way, but Emery has his way of playing, so he doesn't want to change too much about it, I'm sure. But I don't know, man. Sometimes you might have to tweak how you want to play to get the best personnel out there, because sometimes I just feel like it's a bit of a waste, the run just coming on for the little spot minutes, especially when I'm in such form. But yeah, Southampton, I think they stuck to their principles as usual, as again, playing at Villa Park. I noticed this the last time. I think they were playing at, I believe it was Manu. I don't remember which team they played at away, but they were like 50-50 with them, a possession side. And Southampton, same thing here, 53% to 47. Now, the expected goals fell to Aston Villa, so I have to give them the credit, 2.29 to 0.33. So not much done with the possession by Southampton. 5 big chances from Villa on the day, so they were very, very wasteful. 18 shots to 4, 14 corners to 1. So luckily, it wasn't Arsenal playing this game against Southampton. Arsenal probably would have scored about 3 goals from those. Passing, tackles, free kick, yellow card. Let's see, shots on target 5-0. So none on target for Southampton. The attack, Villa attack, as you can see, with Bailey on that right side, a little bit more slanted to that wing. Rogers, of course, cutting in most of the time. So, the width would have been provided by Matson, who didn't really have the chance to be pushing up all the time because Southampton did have a decent amount of possession. So, the outlet was definitely on that right side for Villa. Southampton, most of the game played in midfield, as you would expect. Yeah, 4 big chances missed. So that's really the issue there on the day for Villa. Luckily, their defense stood tall. Didn't really give up any big chances to Southampton in the 90 minutes, so they was pretty comfortable. Final third entries 48 to 35. So, not a huge margin there, but definitely Southampton, with their possession, they do tend to, keep down the entries because they have the ball quite a bit. But I think with them, because they play out so much, they still are prone to the mistakes and they give up the chances. So, it's going to be an uphill battle, as I say, every week for Southampton. I don't really see them finding enough points to stay up in this league. If they can make a move or two in the January market, maybe it will help them. But, I think there's so much work to be done in terms of that respect of getting players that I just don't see it, But stranger things have happened. I will say that they keep themselves in games for the most part. They haven't been getting drubbed lately, even though they haven't been picking up points. So, maybe that will be able to turn over at some point. Some of these losses turn to draws and then they get the occasional win. But still don't think it would be enough for them to stay up. There's too much quality in the league and I don't believe they have enough of that to stay with the pack. But I do like Russell Martin though. I like his principles. I just feel like in this league you would need a little bit more quality to carry out these principles and stay in the Prem. You know what I mean? So that is Aston Villa, Southampton, Leon Bailey. Get well. Hopefully the coach is right and we'll see you about next week. And they have Champions League tomorrow. So interested now when you look at Villa's team, you know, I think a lot of people thought they had a good transfer window. I thought they did good in some spots. I thought Barkley and Onana were two very good pickups for the midfield. But I did think that they were a bit light once they got rid of Diaby. Really only Philogene and Bailey, the only wingers on the squad. But they are more of an attacking mid that can play wide. So, I just thought it was a bit, the balance was a bit light, especially with the system they like to play. A third winger I thought was needed, maybe not four, but definitely a third, since the likes of Ramsey Rodgers are pretty comfortable in this role that you see on the screen here. But I think that's coming to bite them now because, they're going into this game against Leipzig and, Philogene is the only winger they can really play in their system. And he tends to play one side, a player that might want to, drift inside a bit more. And then he wants to play one that's going to keep the width. And I think Philogene is the only other option besides Bailey to do that. So he'll probably get the start in this one. But Aston Villa, back to winning ways. They were wobbling a bit in the league, but I think that's 2 on the bounce now for them. So two big points, and we'll see later on in the show where that left them in the table. All right, let's see if anybody had anything to say about Ali. Yeah, Watkins is a starter, said Duke. Ali's a sure starter for now, said Chile. They ran more clinical, said Eddie. Ali misses a lot of big chances. Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's the age-old argument, right? What would you rather, a player not getting chances or a player getting chances and missing them, So, I don't think you can fully penalize him. Yeah, man. Champions League this week, Chile. Where say your players them need a rest, no? True, your side all, Better to play the kids. Even though they need a result in the Champions League still. So I don't think you can afford to do something like that. All right, let's move on to the next game, people. Brentford and Newcastle. So, people, I'm telling you see this in the name. Forget what the new name of the stadium is, What the stadium name? I'll tell you. Upon this. Oh man, it's supposed to tell you the name of the stadium somewhere. See it, yeah? Brentford Community Stadium. Site name? So you say they have some other name, man. The 17,000. That full up every week though. All right, Brentford, Newcastle, people. So we have to talk about Brentford, people. You see at this stadium, the Brentford Community Stadium, them always a score goal, people. A 4 again, 4-2 them give Newcastle this time, people. And this game started out mad. 4 goals in the first half. Typical for this stadium. I mean, they not only do they score goals, but they're always conceding goals as well. Another performance where you'd have to say that, the coach would be happy they got the 3 points. I think Mbeumo and Wissa carrying over their form, especially in this stadium. Wissa tends to always score here. Isak got him another goal, so did Harvey Barnes in this one. But, I think this one was all about Brentford in terms of just, having 2 players that in front of goal, if a chance falls to them, it just looks like they're going to finish them. 2 very clinical finishes by Mbeumo and Wissa in this one in the first half. 2 good finishes as well, if we're being fair, by Isak and Barnes. Isak a little more, got a favorable kind of deflection towards his way. Not even a deflection, just, wait, was it a deflection? I'm not sure, but he was well positioned to glance home from inside the 6-yard box, stayed on side as well. Good forward play. And Boom, I thought his goal cutting inside onto his left foot, kind of faked the keeper out a bit, looked like he was going to go far post, went to the near, and then Wissa, excellent, looked like he was going to take on the defender to the left, and then at the last second, put it on his right foot to curl it to the far post. Harvey Barnes equalizing soon after. So, quick fire goals in the 8th and 11th, then 28th and 32nd, then in the second half. Just really a route one ball from the goalkeeper. Nobody really dealt with it. After the first bounce, Nathan Collins runs in behind and finishes past an onrushing Pope. And then off the bench, Kevin Schade, fresh from his hat-trick, was actually surprised he didn't get the start again, but came on and, scored another goal. So that's 4 in his last 2 now for Schade. And and Mbeumo getting that assist there. Some good work with a touch and finish. Speed shown to get to it before a rushing out Pope to make it 4-2. So in the end, 3 points for Brentford. Let's take a look at our baller Ethan and see how he played in this one. 6.7 rating for Ethan Pinnock in the game. 8 clearances, always up in the top of the league in that statistic in particular. 1 tackle, no dribble pass. We love to see that. 1 of 1 ground duels. Last possession 6 times in his 54 touches. 31 of 35 for 89%. Tried 1 cross, was unsuccessful. 2 of 4 on his long passes and didn't register a shot or a dribble attempt. So a 6.7, decent game. We love to see when he's in those green numbers, those 7 and above. But Pinnock with a 6.7 in this one. Mbeumo was the player of the match with a 8.5 goal and an assist. Wissa 7.7. For Newcastle, the highest rated player was Alexander Isak with a 7.9. So Newcastle again, you never know who's going to show up from week to week. In this particular game, though, when you look at the statistics and everything, they had more of the ball. The expected goals were pretty close. The big chances were dead on, 3-3. Newcastle outshot Brentford on the day. Shots on target, though, Brentford had the edge there, 8-3. So even though they took more shots overall, Brentford definitely with the clearer and more accurate shots, right? Newcastle did hit the woodwork in this game as well. Then you have 2 big chances missed, only 1 for Brentford there. And then the final third entries, Brentford won that one 65-45. So yeah, good game of football, very entertaining. 4-2, definitely it's becoming a easy bet if you bet the over in this stadium. It looks like it's at least 5 goals scored every time a match kick off here. So now that I've brought that up, the next time they play there, it will be 0-0. Yes. But Brentford scoring a bag of goals, people. Big up Pristine, ever clean. What go on? Normally, I'm one for midweek games because it helps us to continue momentum, but we're not even winning games, don't. I think you guys could do with a night rest more than anything. Your analysis was right on. That changes my pick. Oh, I have this game right there, so yeah, because I went for a lot of goals to be scored. I thought that the match would draw though, but I figured 6 goals would have scored, but it was 4-2. Because I said 3-3. There was no need for Brentford to score the 4th goal, but that's just me. Yeah. You went 3-2. Shade, man. Shade want to start, so make sure you get a goal before the match done. So, theme fault still. All right, so the next game, people, Crystal Palace and Man City. This game, another one that was entertaining as well. Of course, you see the red card there by Man City. That's 2 yellows. Rico Lewis, I put that picture actually in the thumbnail. Rico Lewis kind of pleading his case to the referee there, looking like a midget. But Rico Lewis, scored a goal and got sent off in this one. Mateus Nunes ended up being the player of the match in the ratings, got an assist, a nice assist as well to Haaland for the header, who got back on the score sheet for the first time in a few weeks or so. Will Hughes, I thought, was played really well in this one, ended up getting 2 assists, but other than that, just, definitely all action in that midfield. Daniel Munoz got him a goal as well in this game. So yeah, 2-2. This one ended up, of course, I'm sure Palace will feel maybe not hard done by, but they would feel like they should have done better after taking the lead. 2-1 after taking the lead 1-0, then taking the lead 2-1, going up twice at home, then not getting anything but a point, can hurt. But again, the champion City, I'm sure they'll be happy with the point, but maybe they would be feeling like being greedy due to how City's form has been lately. But let's take a look at the actual stats. City dominating possession 68% to 32%, but this is what really is eye raising, or brow raising, 1.45 to 1.34. So very, very close on the expected goals. 3 big chances though created by City to Crystal Palace's 1. Both sides took 12 shots. City had a few more corners. Look at the pass discrepancy though, big time there. Then when you look at let's see, shots on target, City 4-3, so very close. City did hit the woodwork as well. One big chance missed by Man City. The only big chance scored by Palace. Touches in the area, City had more. Final third entry 65 to 41 in favor of City. So yeah, statistically, a lot of the passing stats, of course, they really did a great job. One thing for sure, Ortega started this game. The goals prevented stats in the negative. That's never good for the keeper. So that's something to look at. Does Ortega stay in goal, or has the coach made his point to Edison that, listen, there's a chance that I can bench if you don't do what he's supposed to do. Will you think this can motivate Edison to get back the job? Or is he just looking at it like, how can you really be benching me after I win every trophy for you every year? I know you want to bench me, but since since he's been playing, I must say this is probably the only time he can say, yo, Ortega look a little bit shaky in the goal. Typically he hasn't really been the cause of these losses, but I thought he was quite poor in this one, to be honest. I think he could have done better on the first goal for sure. And just his overall command of the area, and even his playing out at times, it's just not quite as fluid as when Edison is in there. So, does the experiment end, or does Pep continue to play Ortega moving forward? I'm not sure. If I were him, I would go back to Edison. I think Edison is too good to just have sitting there. He brought back Vardial after benching him. I think he should do the same with Edison, but that's just me. Hopefully, as an Arsenal fan, he just keeps Ortega and just cause problems, But I would put Edison back in the damn goal if I was the coach. But yeah, 2-2. City fans, I don't know, man. You guys just conceding too much. One of the main differences I see with City to right now, they're not winning back the ball as fast as they used to. And I think it's causing teams to just gain confidence against them. And, they were never the greatest in terms of having to defend for long periods of time. And if you're not winning back the ball as fast, ultimately you're going to be defending more in matches. So I think the more chances you get to go against them and attack them, the more holes you will get. Because I don't think, that's really their bread and butter. Their best defense is attack. So, they have the players, but maybe the system and the way they play as a team defensively leaves a bit to be wanted. But they don't really get opened up so much because they have the ball for most of the game. Bless up float, Wagwan. It's not a good result, but I guess it could have been worse. Absolutely. Ruben Diaz won us the point, to be honest. One-man defense at times. Yeah, I mean, look, you made a point a couple of weeks ago, Chile, and it's really holding true that, you were just missing Diaz, not only as a player, but just that leader, that guy that going to drape up some youth and say, yo, what I do? And you definitely see that on the pitch, even though I think, who was the captain on the day? Was it Gundo? I'm not sure who the captain was, but whoever the captain was on the day, I don't care who wore the armband. He's like the captain on the pitch for sure. For sure. I've been saying that from Roger get injured. We take 50 years to win back the ball, not winning the first ball, none tall. Yeah. But it's not even the Walker. Okay, yeah, Walker. Yeah, I see the C now. Yeah. But it's not even the first ball either, you know. I think it's the second and third. Like, all right. You see when City really playing to them peak, even if a team beat the first line, you see the secondary press from the two midfielder them now. When them close you down and you turn left and somebody there you turn right. That's what we're not seeing. That's not there right now. So it look like every team can just play against them. Yeah, that's a big difference, you know. I think Kova being out hurts because it wasn't so bad when Kova was around. Because even though he's not Rodri, it's clear that he have a better understanding of certain principles of that deeper midfield role, you know, more than most. And I think not having any centre backs, they've never had the option to play Stones with one of the more attacking minded people in that area, since you know Stones can play there too. But yeah, no excuse for them. You know? Maybe it's karma. Maybe it's karma, Chile. Bless up Demo, Wagwan. Checking in. Yeah, but that's the Crystal Palace Man City draw, people. So I have to give the people picking some credit. Edwards had a draw. Damn, it was only coach. So only coach Richard had the draw, out of everybody what they play this week. One person. Now this next game, I have to give credit to Nicholas. Now Nicholas, when he was doing his picks, I said he had some mad picks, and this was one of them. He said 3-2. He said 3-2 to this next team that I want to bring up on the screen. 3-2 to Nottingham Forest, people, and it came true. So Man United suffering defeat at home under Amorim, 3-2. Chris Wood, Milenkovic and Gibbs White scoring, Hoyland and Bruno Fernandes scoring for United. So this one ended 3-2. It was 1-0 to Forest early, first corner. Comical defending, really. Lisandro, not Lisandro, yeah. Yeah, Lisandro Martinez at the front post trying to mark Milenkovic. So I just want to show you guys something. Lisandro Martinez is 5'9" according to SofaScore, which is very generous. And Milenkovic, if you were wondering, is 6'5". So there's a picture, people, and I'm going to show you guys because I found it hilarious. This is a picture of how it looked. I should have made this the picture for the thumbnail, I don't know what I was thinking. Let's see if I can find the picture. Yo, what a way we can chat, man. See it here. Read this. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button here. Come on, smash that like button. Alright, let me show you what I talk about, people. Open this. You see that? Yo, look on Martinez, brother. What Martinez supposed to do? Yo, what is Martinez supposed to do? Like, honestly. And before this corner take, you know, Martinez was marking Yates, who is to the left of Delict. And Yates is like, I don't know, 6'3". I don't know what they want him to do in this situation. Like, he should just go. You know how, all right, you know how, like, when the corner take, like, all right, Nottingham Forest probably have Ola Aina and Nico Williams back. You know, two of the shorter defenders of them have with a little bit of speed. So when Man U are defend them set piece, and I better them put Martinez up a striker and just make him stay up there. Because what him going to do when the ball come across? Nicholas, I just a big you up, brother. I just a big you up and I say you want predict that game here. I mean they style you. So some of you pick them. I was like, yo, I don't know, you know, Nicholas. I don't think it's gonna work, you know. Don't think it's gonna work. But brother, hot chili, that is it. Man, them say faith and strong mind, because I don't know what them expecting for do. Brother, when I saw this picture and I was dying with laugh, because I'm like, all right, I get it. You can cuss your team, poor defending, this and that. But what, honestly, what the man supposed to do? The man is literally holding his shirt, you know, like dragging him down, you know, and it didn't matter. Him just jump and butt the ball right now the goal. Dalot just missed heading out that ball as well. It was good delivery. And sometimes, you know, people always accuss Arsenal and them are foul this and them are foul that. The movement have to be good, and you have to have good you know, diagram of your movement and spacing so that you can get past whatever zone them set up. But the delivery is the most crucial part. They can do all the right things, block the keeper, block the player them. But if the ball not reach to the point where it's supposed to reach at the right time, none of it no work. So a lot of things have to work out, people. So don't downplay no set piece goal, brother. Come I tell you, if you see the replay, Dallo missed the ball by like this for bucket out. United want this for Haaland next week. Oh, they won't for Haaland next week? Boy, I don't know, you know. I don't put nothing past them. But it was always my worry with Martinez. Like, when there's a mismatch, what can he do? He can't do anything. Anyway, I had to show you guys this picture. I thought it was hilarious. Believe me. All right. Back to regular programming. Let's get the game back up. So let's take a look at the stats, right? Because Man U lost the game, but if you look at the attack momentum, you know, the green is Manchester United. They basically had all the momentum in the game in terms of attacking. But when you have a goalkeeper error like Onana's for the second goal, and when you have just poor defending on two occasions, the corner set piece that scored the first goal and then the goal by Chris Wood, the third goal, just a looping ball to the back post that none of the goalkeeper, the defenders, none of them really dealt with it. And the only person that seemed to be tracking the ball properly was the striker, Chris Wood, who looped ahead to the far post. And even on the clearance of the far post play, De Ligt looks like he's going to hit the ball out. So Martinez kind of just take, I don't know. And then when the ball goes past Martinez, he can't believe it. So it just was a strange way to concede that third goal, and even stranger that second goal. I was just saying to someone that Onana has been good this season, and you know, people just need to stop, you know, thinking about how he was when he first got there, because he doesn't play like that anymore. And then as soon as I'm defending him that same week, he does this in this game, because that looked like to me the first month when he was at United and making mistakes. That's what that second goal reminded me of. And I was hoping, when I saw the replay a few times, I was like, did it deflect off someone? Like, what happened? But it didn't do anything. The man, I don't know what. Like, I would love for him to explain like what happened on that play. Honestly, they said the butcher get butcher. Yeah, I try to figure out though what happened to Onana on that play. Can anybody tell me? Like, I know it had some swerve on it and everything, but Jano, that looked really bad. Really, really bad. But this was the stats on the game, people. 71% to 29%. So a much clearer identity for Man U in terms of ball possession. You know, we thought Ten Hag was sold as that type of manager, but under him, they never really made it a point to possess the football. They had the better expected goals. Man United 1.6 to 0.83. That don't win much though, as a lot of people that don't like stats will tell you. And it didn't win this one. 2 big chances for Man U, none for Crystal Nottingham Forest. Sorry, they outshot them 17 to 11. Did United? No saves for Onana on the day. None. 5 saves for Nottingham Forest keeper Matt Sells, the Belgian. A lot more passes, which is to be expected with the possession. 7 on target by Man U, 3 for Forest. Both teams hit the woodwork on the day. The attack of Man United pretty well evenly balanced. Some left, some right. So pretty good balance there. Forest mainly down the right hand side for the most part. Then you had one big chance converted by United and one missed. The entries, United had more, 56 to 40. So that's pretty much the tail of the tape with the stats. Both goalkeepers in the negative there, but a lot worse. Negative, if you're negative more than 1, that's a really bad game for a keeper. So Onana definitely stats-wise, it makes sense that he would have got a 5.1. Terrible showing for him. Gibbs White back in the thick of it now, back fit again. Goal and assist starting to produce the numbers again. Player of the match rating for him 7.8. Diallo had an assist. Bruno had a goal. Was quite surprised as well. I think when did Bruno come off? In the 76th minute, I was almost shocked because he was basically looked like he was going to be the one to, create whatever moment might have caused a equalizer for United. But the coach took him off, and that was that. And United went down 3-2. So, United fans, is it Amorim out or what? No, it can't be Amorim out, right? Onana is still Onana. Bozo jeans will never leave. Chris Wood never beating the Man City fan allegations. Man misses a chance versus City, scores versus United the following week. What you say? We'll get the video sometime in life, just like the referee. We'll get catch with there. Even that third goal for Forest with the man them I do. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Brother, when you see that replay now, like, I think what happened, like, he's in position to block that at the back post. And for whatever reason, when the lick comes towards the ball, he's thinking that he's going to clear it, and he moves out of where he was. And then by the time he realized the ball is coming, it's past him. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Yeah, look, Demo, I get it. He did give away the ball outside about 3-4 times in that game. But you see, when he didn't give it away, he was the main one creating anything out of midfield for them. So I don't know. I mean, does it matter if you lose 4-2? I would rather have a chance to make it 3-3. Where you say if him wasn't if him did have the interim title, them win. But I mean, I tell you, interim look like it's the way to go. But 3-2 to United, very, very bad loss. Big win for Forest though, because we had asked the question a few weeks ago, are they pretenders, contenders, whatever? And I said they'd probably get, more close in the next coming weeks to where they probably will end up, which I think is about mid-table or so. But yeah, big win for them. Going to United, getting the win, of course. Amorim is new, and we know United is going to what they're going to, but at the end of the day, that's still a big win. I'm sure a lot of other clubs will go to this year and don't get the win. So 3-2 to Forest. Good job for them in this one. Onana back to his ways. Hopefully for United fans, it is not a permanent thing. You know what I mean? You think the Man U coach gonna catch a fit before the season finish based on his reactions on the sidelines? Look, his personality definitely is on his sleeve. So I feel like when he is frustrated, we'll all know. I'm seeing water bottles getting thrown. I'm seeing, just the hand movements and hand throw up in the air. And he's quite, he gets quite agitated. So I think he'll be okay. I think that's how he always was. I remember when we played them, Sporting played them, him and Arteta were like two mad people on the sideline. How much they were moving and shouting, and So I think that's just his style. So he'll probably be okay, but you never know because he's probably never been through the amount of hand gestures he gonna have to go through watching this United team. But he said no more permanent deal. That's the only thing can help them. That game showed you they parked the bus when they played Arsenal. For real. For real. Yeah, because they were quite open in this game playing against Forest. They were quite open. Yeah, I wouldn't say they like parked the bus against us, but they definitely didn't have the same attacking impetus. Like they didn't even both their midfielders in this game were just bombing forward. And they weren't really doing that against us. So yeah. They didn't fear Forest, but they should have. So 3-2 win, big win for Forest. All right. The last game of this day, people. I never even want to talk about it. Rotted. Anyway, 1-1. Arsenal and Fulham. Before I get into my breakdown, let's just look at the stats before I put any of my bias in anything. The attack momentum in this match, Arsenal is the blue, and let me see if I can find it. That's some green. That's the green for Fulham. So I don't remember when they would have gotten much momentum attacking wise. Looks like they ended the half with a little blip, and they ended the game with one little piece. But other than that, it's blues all through. And the further down you are to the edge of that screen is the more attacking we were in that spell. So literally we attacked them the entire time. Let's see. All right, so 66-34, expected goals of 0.16. You know how hard it is to play 90 minutes against a team and them only get 0.16? We were 2.03, so definitely underperformed the XG. Then we have big chances 4 to their none. We outshot them 12-2. Let's see. We had 6 corners to their none. So we played Manu last week, none. Our midweek played Fulham, they didn't get any. We didn't score from a corner. Yes, we did. So we were 1 for 6. That's nice. Passes, of course, we had more. They had more tackles in the game. That's one thing I will say. How they stayed in this game, they were incredible in their duels and the tackles. Fulham. To a man, everybody on the pitch were winning the duels over us. That is a fact. They had a couple more yellow cards than we did. We had 4 on target to their 2 on target, so not as big a margin there, if I'm being fair. The attack for Fulham, let me see. So the darker shaded areas is where the ball was the most. So in their defensive third is where it was the most. Very light in the attacking areas. Very rarely did they venture up that side. Then for Arsenal, you see the right side was the only place we want to play. Just down the right, the entire game. Like the left, not even dead. We should just chop off that whole side and just put the field from the middle to the right. We don't even want to use the other side. Until Martinelli came on and we started to go down that side a bit. 1 big chance scored and 3 missed for Arsenal. So definitely we won't have ourselves to blame. I thought we did enough to win the game in terms of everything. And, you just have to put your chances away. 36 touches in the area to just 3 for Fulham. Look at that, 12% in our third, defensive third, and 43% in their attacking third. 200 passes attempted in the final third. Wow. 69-30 entries there. So big difference in that one. So, all the metrics you can see. The one that I'm sure we didn't win, David Raya, minus 0.56. Their keeper, 0.24. Burn Leno. So, when we play Leno, when we play Emi Martinez, these keepers just show us why we shouldn't have gotten rid of them. But I can't really blame Raya this week. I thought I have to just give credit. I'm an attacker, so I can give credit to the attackers when they do something incredible. That goal by Raul Jimenez needs to be studied. by any player that want to play forward in as a professional footballer. From the minute that I think it was Kenneth, yeah, from the minute Kenneth had to pick up this ball and this wing. If I want any young forward, any young player I want to play forward, I want to analyze everything about what Raul Jimenez do. The man mash up Kivior with some movement, brother. Jeez and peas. Him check shot and then just spin him. And then when you get into the position like he was in the box, if you want to shoot, one rule. Low, far post. And he executed perfectly. The ball was past rare, but by the time he could react, so he struck it cleanly. And it was just a good goal. I mean, not much he could do. I mean, the movement was excellent. I would love to, if Kivior could have kind of been a little more aware that he was just showing shot to spin him, but it was just very well executed. The timing of the pass was brilliant. First touch, brilliant. And then Saliba has to close down under control. Can't just go to ground there. So just a very good goal. I can't really say anything about anything. I respect that goal because again, Jimenez could have easily just made the run in behind first. And if he doesn't set up Kivior the way he does, he doesn't have that much space to finish that. So kudos to Raul Jimenez. I've said it, he's on really good form, like some of the best he has ever been on in the league. Definitely since after his head injury, So yeah, really happy to see him back playing because it was tough the way he bust his head like that. That was crazy. That was a freak injury. Let me see. Nicolas said Arteta. Hold on. Let me see. All fun and jokes now until Bruno scores a banger and put United 1-0 up in the Manchester derby after running past Kyle Walker. Corner FC, that is it. Arteta cost Arsenal the game. Poor team selection. That's what it came down to, in my opinion. And bro, I told you then he wasn't going to play. Well, you told me he wasn't going to play based on the manager. You knew he was injured? Or what? Because nobody never knew he was injured till game day. Unless you work at Arsenal, which you might. I used to laugh at Sanderberg at his old club, but my word, the guy can play. So underrated. I would buy him for Liverpool. Sanderberg is good. I've always thought he was good. I always thought he was better than the teams he was on. The only thing is like you kind of they have the team around him for it. He's not the most, like, he's not gonna cover the ground very fast, but he's extremely intelligent. So he kind of can get away with it. And on the ball, he just has this way where, like, I think he plays players out of the game because he's not afraid to get pressed and release it after the player has committed to him. So a lot of times he plays players out of the game the way he possessed the ball. So I like Sanderberg. I always have liked Sanderberg, actually. I'm surprised that you would take him at Liverpool still. But who knows? Maybe there's a level that he could unlock. I don't think he's that old either, Yeah, 26. 6'5". He couldn't play for Klopp, but he could play for Slot. Yeah, the Arsenal boys were a bit quiet in this one. Smith Rowe and Iwobi. And of course, Reece, even if he was fit, he couldn't play. But I know he pulled up last week, so he's probably having to recover from that first. But every time people check it, when Bern Leno play with, when Emi Martinez play with, that's some masterclass them drop. Every time. They make some good save, some big save. But let's look at, I want to take a look at Arsenal shots in this game. So, Saliba in the 3rd minute should have scored that from a corner. That was the first play. Declan, Bukayo, Havertz should have done better with this. Attempted header in the 52nd. Saliba scored that one, yeah. And party people. I don't know how him not get this pan target, this header. Cheese and peas. I don't know how. I don't know how the man never scored that. Martin was quiet in this game as well. And just never really have it. I mean, still had 3 key pass, 87%. I mean, that's a half game for him, but still did something. But yeah, I thought he was a little bit off of it. A couple times him just get bundled off the ball, which you don't really see from him. Havertz got an assist, a 6.9, but the assist kind of saved him, man. Because he just wasn't really at it like how he should, especially in the box. He wasn't sharp at all. Trossard, I thought, was playing decent, but he came off for Martinelli, who came on, and I'll talk about Martinelli in a minute. Rice impressed me in this game, people. He was everywhere in this game. 98%, 3 key pass, 2 big chance created, 4 of 4 long pass, 4 of 7 on the crosses. Yeah, man. 1 tackle, 1 interception, 1 clearance, 1 dribble pass to Georgie. So Partey miss a big chance. Havertz miss a big chance. I think the other one was it Saliba? Yeah, Saliba missed the one early in the game. Should have finished it. But yeah, we had more than enough opportunities. Still not enough from open play for my liking, like clear opportunities. But hey, the set piece, them was still, I mean, we could have scored 2 more set piece in this one game. So yeah, man, the one attack we gave up, I think we gave up 1 other attack. The other shot on target they had, I think it was Pereira who had come on down the left-hand side from a really tight angle. So don't think he would be beating Raya there on his weaker foot. But yeah, 1-1 drop points for Arsenal. Of course, there was the euphoria and letdown in I think it was like the 88th minute or so. Martinelli getting across to the back post. Brilliant header by Saka running in behind Anthony Robinson through the legs of Leno. After a nice celebration by myself and the team and the fans and everybody, we learned that Martinelli was a foot offside, getting the initial pass out to the wing to start the play. So that was a big letdown there. And I think, if that doesn't happen, maybe we'll find the winner somewhere else. But I think that was just so deflating in that moment that it really sapped the energy out of the team to end the game. And to be honest, we didn't really get another chance after that to get another goal. So, yeah, tough one. 1 point again last season. We dropped points twice against them. We drew at their ground, and then they beat us 2-1 at the Emirates in December. So yeah, it's a tough result, I think, for Arsenal. I don't think it's one that really gives confidence to most of the fans at this point, because we're looking at it saying, okay, we had 1-2 on the bounce, I think it was, in the league, and we're looking and saying, all right, we need to kind of go on a run. Now, we knew going into this game it would be tough, especially the fact that Fulham is playing some decent ball right now, and it's just been somewhat of a bogey ground lately, or a bogey team for us lately. But if you're wanting to challenge Liverpool in the form they're in, and Chelsea for that matter, you're gonna have to turn these draws into wins. That's 5 draws now already in the first 15 games. Not that great. So 1 point there shared at Craven Cottage. Not the best result for Arsenal at all. Good result for Liverpool and the others around Arsenal. Then we moved into Sunday after the 1-1. Let me check in with the chat. I'm sure some others might have something to say. Okay, yeah, I did want to talk about Nicholas and his team management that he said was poor. So let's analyze this for a second, people. So this was the starting lineup that Arsenal played with. And we're going to talk about it. So David Raya in goal, to be expected. Now Partey at right back, Saliba, Kivior, and Timber moved over to left back. So let's take a look at the bench options and see how he could have maybe done that differently on the back line. So Kieran Tierney fit again on the bench. Hasn't played in a while, right? So wouldn't probably expect him to start Kieran Tierney just so out the blue. Heaven probably wouldn't be starting. Miles Lewis Skelly also on the bench, but I think he's just returning from injury because he hadn't been on the bench for a few weeks. So that could have played a role in it as well. Not wanting to throw him in just coming off of an injury. Raheem Sterling on the bench as well. So really, the defensive options for me made sense. We know Partey can play that right back role. Did it well the last time he played there, actually. I guess an argument could have been, okay, Timber has been so good on that right side, teaming up with Odegaard and Saka. How about playing Tierney at left back? You know, that would then allow Partey to stay in midfield where he's been really flourishing of late. Because at this, basically what you have done is if you've taken like 3 players out of their main position, or at least 2, and you're affecting another position by not playing Partey in midfield. So, I get it, but I think due to the fact that he knows Thomas can play there, he knows Timber can play left back too, right? Just do it that way. And this game was never going to be a game where Georgie is going to have to face, midfielders running through his midfield. It just wasn't going to be a game like that. So I think Georgie was a good idea because you're going to be going up against that mid to low block, and Georgie is good against those because he kind of sets the table for those who are going to pick the lock, So I was okay with the lineup, to be honest, based on what I know of the squad and who was injured and everything. So I wouldn't put this one on like a tactical mess up by Arteta or anything like that, personally. Definitely need to fix up Havertz and Martinelli are bench players at best. And why did Arteta take so long to drag Havertz? Because the alternative is Jesus. And what the hell has he done or can he do right now? Slot system is perfect. Remember, we have Endo, he can't play slot system. Yeah, look like him don't fit. That was the easiest one, the party one day. Yeah, it was very easy. League still young. I mean, it is still young, but that is young for us too. We haven't shown any kind of propensity to go on no long winning streaks as of right now this season. So, we better hurry up. Arteta mess up the side. You have a natural left back, use one. Once you move your best midfield at the right back, Timber's chemistry on the right with Saka, that was it. Yeah, look, I feel like I've seen Partey play down the right with Odegaard and Saka, and it's okay, it's fine. I think the problem was he double inverted the fullbacks a lot, which I just didn't understand. Just pick one of them to do it with. And if you're gonna double invert, or if your plan was to always invert and have Partey in midfield, out of possession, then why you never just don't play Jorginho and play like Marino instead? So him can go and push up when the man invert or when you double invert. I just feel like he just tried to do too much things at once. That to me, like he was doing everything, which ended up doing like not doing much. Passing through, heading from work, blessings will rewatch. Big up Warren, big up. We don't talk about any Spursy stuff yet. Tierney been back. No, he's not ready. He's been on the bench 2 much weeks now. No, he hasn't been on the bench 2 much weeks now. Look, he's been back in training for like 2 weeks now. I think this is actually the first bench he was on. Let me see. Arsenal United. This might have been the first bench right here. Let me see. All right, so Tierney on that bench. That's this week, right? Now this is last weekend. Is he on the bench here? All right, he's on the bench there. So that's from last Saturday or last Sunday to this Sunday. Did he travel to the Sporting game? Maybe. Yes, he did. So did Miles. Yo, if Miles was on the bench for this game too, I go vex. Car Miles should have played then. Yeah, so Skelly just returned. I knew he wasn't on the bench the last two. Well, I don't know, brother. This guy hates Tierney, man. He has never seen Tierney as a player for him. Never. But that's weird because that first year when we won the FA Cup, he used to play Tierney all the time. Like all the time. But yeah. It's not looking good, guys. 1-1 drop points. We needed 3 points, man. We need it. Yeah, man. Spurs. That's what they do. We really do, though. We really do. Like, let me see something. Because Fulham. Because what team was like that? Oh, Villa. Villa was the first team like that this year. Blessings, gigs. What go on? This is what they call overthinking. Man wants to be like Pep. Yeah. He has a tendency to do that. Like I remember that time when he get upset with a reporter, and the man said, "Do you know we play 69 or well, I don't think he said 69. Why for that? I think he said like 86 or 87. We play 87 different formations in this game." I was like, "Yo, that brother is a madman." It's so weird. I don't know when that fallout happened. I don't even know if it's a fallout per se because he always speak well about how him train and he's so professional and da 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 da. But I just think like he was unavailable all the time. So anytime like him didn't want to play him pull up, him don't finish the game. Like it just was his fitness, you know. And then them send him on loan, and that was that. And he got injured on loan. Why did he take Sterling if he has no plans to play him? Playing a false nine would have been an option also. You know, that's true, you know. I don't know why the man don't just... I don't know. I mean, it just seems like a lot of the attacking players that are not starting or starters are not on form. So it's like when him look on the bench at the attacking options, him probably say, yo, I know Havertz not really do much for this game, you know, but if a chance fall to him, I kind of trust him more than Jesus, you know? And I don't think Sterling was so late. I don't even think he really wanted Sterling. He just was like, let's get somebody just in case. Like, I don't think he really wanted Sterling like that. Well, we wouldn't have got him on the last day then. Big up Corey, what go on? Yeah, man, can I rewatch it, man? Just recap the game, them, you know? Big up, cause Kieran is a donkey. Forgot Sterling. Yeah, pick him up late. Maybe he thinks that he's not that guy he thought. No, I think he figured okay, it's better than nothing. It'll be an option. It'll be somebody that if he hits some kind of form will do something. But yeah, I don't know. Where say they use up that money. Yeah. I just think he was. I think they wanted to because we're gonna throw money for Nico Williams. We're gonna throw money for what's his name? Left winger. We're linked to a lot of forward players, but I think they wanted to get a certain one, and when that didn't work, them just say, you know what, I could just loan Sterling, yeah, man. Bless up, Christy. What go on? We're outside, you know. Premier League action. How many EPL has he won with Havertz versus Jesus? LOL. Gabby is the one to be trusted. That is true. EPL or boss for Teta. Yeah, I think that is the case, you know. Greetings. I think him time running out for real. But let's see. I mean, let's see. It's up to the cranky them, really. All right, so that's the Arsenal Fulham game. Ipswich Bournemouth people. This game was a nice match, 2-1. Bournemouth, second time they've done this season now, scoring 2 late goals to get a win. Remember them doing this to was it Brighton they beat like this? I think it was Brighton, where they scored 2, after the 85th minute, basically. So Unal and Utara getting the goals after Chaplin scored in the first half for Ipswich. 2-1, Bournemouth got the win. As you can see, they deserved it as well, had the better chances, the bigger chances, more expected goals. One more shot on target, the entries 73 to 47 in their favor. So statistically, they definitely had it tipped in their favor. Ipswich again going down. This one is really going to hurt though. You're up 1-0, 80 minutes on the clock at home, and you end up getting nothing out of the game. So this one definitely hurt them. I think this would have been their first victory at home as well. I know they got the victory on the road, but I don't think they have won a home game yet. But yeah, they could not pull it out, could not hold out in the end. And Bournemouth got the victory. So, as I said, goes by Unai and Utara, both off the bench. Semenyo back, had a good game, and Zabarni won the player of the match in this one. Omari was statistically pretty quiet in this game at 6.4. So, tough loss for Ipswich, 2-1 to Bournemouth. Good result for them. Iraola 3 points away from home. Moving on, Leicester versus Brighton. This game was incredible in the end, people. 3 goals in the last 15 minutes plus injury time. 2-2 this one ended. Leicester scoring 2, both after the 85th minute, similar to Bournemouth in the game against Ipswich. And of course, the big story as a Jamaican fan, Bobby De Cordova-Reid. I said maybe the goal that was chalked off the last time and the assist he got off the bench might have spurred the coach to give him some more time. He came on a little bit earlier even in this one, 62nd minute, and he was involved in both of the goals. His deflected shot getting to Vardy to finish, and then after some poor play in midfield, Brighton losing the ball, Vardy was unselfish and tapped it across for De Cordova-Reid to put it into a half-empty net, and that equalized this game 2-2. So 1 goal for him. In fantasy, he would have gotten an assist, but not in the statistics themselves and the season. 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, and that block shot ended up in the goal, going to Vardy's foot. 13 touches, 4 of 5 on the passes, 2 for 4 ground duels, 1 of 1 in the air. Lost the ball twice, committed a foul and was fouled twice, and he was dribbled past once. So a lot of action for Bobby in his 28 plus on the pitch, 7.1 on the day, and hopefully Ruud van Nistelrooy took note and he can get this McAteer place or even this AU place, but put him on the damn field from the start, Ruud. All right. So Bobby Reid, good to see him back. Looks to be fully fit again. I know he was struggling with that horrific, I guess you could call it a wound or a cut very close to the Achilles area. It was tough for him to, run around in his football boots where the cut was and everything without it opening back up. So looks to have sorted that out, and good to see him back on the pitch and contributing as well to our Leicester points. And sometimes those are the results you look back and say, yes, that point made the difference. That could have been a loss. We never gave up. We got that point in the end. Have to big up Tyreek Lamptey for his goal. Beauty with his weaker foot, curling around the keeper to the back post. That was a brilliant goal. So Lamptey, big up yourself. That was very nice. And Minte actually, sat down a couple players before scoring his goal to make it 2-0 in the second half. I think the Gambian international, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure that I'm saying that right. Yes, the Gambian international Minte sat down a few of them before slotting to the far post as well. So some nice goals scored in this one, but in the end, Leicester will be very proud that they were able to rescue a point out of this one. 2-2. Man of the match, Jamie Vardy, the ageless wonder, with a goal and an assist, carrying his team. All right. So the big one on Sunday, people, 11:30. This one was Tottenham and Chelsea, people. Tottenham and Chelsea. And as you can see, this one ended 4-3. But honestly, that flatters Tottenham a bit, even though they took the lead to Dominic Solanke in the 5th minute when the Cucurella's football boots decided to sabotage the game. So he slipped. Johnson took over. Great run by Solanke, set up the defender. Looked like he was going back post. Then he cuts to the near post, slides before him, gets a toe on it. Brilliant pass as well by Johnson for the assist. And then Cucurella slip part 2. Kulusevski gets on the ball, goes across the box, wrong foots the keeper, going near post when he's dribbling towards the far to make it 2-0. Then it didn't take long for Chelsea to answer. 17th minute, Jadon Sancho turned back the hands of time, really. Looked like a goal from Dortmund back in when we first learned about this player. Cutting inside on his right foot and a brilliant strike, wrapping his foot around it, curling it with pace, kissing it off the inside of the post to make it 2-1. Then after that, I think the first half, Chelsea really looked like they were going to be more likely to get the goal to equalize. It never came though. And then when they came out after halftime, you're expecting maybe some kind of answer from Spurs, but honestly, it never came. When Brennan Johnson came out in the 53rd minute, I thought that really hurt the team as well. I don't think Werner came on and offered the same, not that Brennan was doing so much, but just that threat that Johnson gives you, sometimes maybe might occupy players more than the likes of a Werner. I thought Chelsea got even more free flowing in that second half and really just played some nice things in terms of just opening up the other team at times. Tottenham, of course, with the high line. It's like Chelsea loves that, right? They spread the field. They have Neto one wing. The other wing might not be as wide. Sancho might be wide. They both have, they're just intelligent team, intelligent attacking team. Cole Palmer is too good sometimes. That play basically before the Enzo Fernandez goal, where he basically just turns defenders inside and out on that wing before the ball falls to Enzo with a good volley to make it 3-2 after Palmer had converted a penalty. And then Cole Palmer, of course, got another penalty and he converted it with a Panenka, proving that he really is ice cold. 9.3, so he was the man of the match on the day. And Enzo, another good performance. He's been turning these in every week now, looking like, as long as he's partnered with anybody not named Moises Caicedo, he plays excellent. Lavia had to come off at halftime, and Caicedo played with him in the second half, and he even played good with Caicedo with him. So maybe Fernandes has just turned the corner as far as performances for Chelsea. I think this coach has really unlocked the best in him, because I don't think he really fit the number 10 role, which is where they were putting him. Don't think he really was a double pivot. So, he has a little bit more freedom in the system that Maresca plays. And I think it's the best for him because he can kind of drift into those really and truly half spaces and try to affect the game that way. So, yeah, Maresca had an argument, well, not an argument, we had a discussion in our family group. I mean, we're talking about football and we're trying to figure out right now, is it just nailed on that Slot is the manager of the season so far? Can Maresca get a few shouts? And it was kind of split in the group actually. Half were saying yes, it should be Maresca, and half were saying it should be Slot. Me personally, I said I would give the slight edge to Slot just because the start has been so good. When you played 14, I only have one loss. I only have 2 draws out of those 14. I think that's definitely some title winning form right there. So I gave Slot the slight edge, but I also said that I think what Maresca has done is remarkable in terms of just rotating like perfectly so far with all the players that he has. Everyone seems to be in good spirits. You don't hear anything about, I want to play coach in the media, nothing like that. So he's figured out a way to keep everyone happy somehow. And yeah, it is it's closer than I would think, than people would think. I think it's an argument to be had for Maresca and it's an argument to be had for Slot at this point. Why not try Odegaard at left 8 and Ethan at the 10? Yeah, that would be nice, Nicholas. I wouldn't mind that. Bobby Reed, Rudy know what to do exactly. Bournemouth coach is showing up. A lot of these so-called big coaches like Arteta. You're a good coach, man. Why is son scoring? Let's let the game finish 3-2, brother. No, but it would have been 4-2. You did say 4-2? Jano, 4-2, the man saying. Yes, salt, brother. Some late goal I mess up your score them too, Palmer dribble past about 7 people. Yeah, man. I don't know if it was 7 different people, but him dribble past 4 people 7 different times. For sure. They kind of turn one of them inside out and him never leave him, Him just dead there. But him couldn't tackle him anyway. Him just spin him around like gig. Believe me, man. Palmer not normal. But brother, Spurs, Spurs, Is it time to have a sit down with Ange? Like, honestly. I know them dealing with injuries and stuff. Like, look at this. Every player was sub off injured. Johnson injured, Romero injured, Van de Ven couldn't get through the game. So three of them starters come off injured. Them already don't have them starting keeper. Them have them attackers still, besides Richarlison. But I don't know, man. It's just they're Spurs. Madison come on and get a great assist. Look good in the time on the field. Never play him. It's not looking good in a Ange. And the thing with them is like you don't know. Like you don't know where you're gonna get. Like next week. They're a weird team, man. They're a very weird team, this Tottenham. Let me see the stats for the game. So the expected goal is very even, right? 61% to Chelsea to 39 for Spurs. Maresca ball. 6 big chances Spurs get though. 6. And that's why I've said all along, for as potent as Chelsea's attack is now the leading goal scorers in the competition so far, I think that goals against will start to balloon because somebody the other day was saying, if Chelsea's so bad, why are they only 1 more goal conceded than Arsenal? I said, okay, just wait. Just wait. Between Sanchez and Badiashile and Disasi and all them madman they them have, they're going to give up chances a lot, man. I'm telling you. And yeah, their team will score a lot, but it's not every game they're going to score 3 and 4. So they're going to lose some 3-2 and some 4-2 and some, 3, like 5-2 and them something that they're going to lose because their team is going to give up too many chances, man. I'm telling you. Even with all that possession, a 6 big chance them give up in this game to Tottenham. Look at some of these misses, man. Hit the post from like 1 inch. Solanke somehow never finished that. Right in front of the goal. Son just missed the far post. That is literally Son. If you ask somebody to show me a Son, an average Son goal, at that goal, yeah. Cutting in from the left, far post, top 90, in there. That was a decent chance. Van de Ven won. And then him scored that one. Yeah. No, Son did miss that right before him score. Yeah. But 6 big chance I'm creating them. 6. That's crazy. Shots on target 8-5 in favor of Chelsea. I remember, 2 penalty Chelsea get, so that are 2 of the 3 big chances, So that for sure you. 4 big chances they miss. So even though Spurs lose, and Chelsea win and get to 4 points behind Liverpool, there's a lot of chinks in that armor, brother. I'm telling you. So over the course of the season, they will show. And it's not every game when the chinks show, them go and score 4 and 5 goals. So points will be dropped by Chelsea, believe me. Believe me, people. And it's not because my bad mind, it's because I watch a game and I see what I go on. Entries 51 to 36, so Chelsea had more of those. Goals prevented. Yeah, so negative for our boy Sanchez. Even though he conceded 4, Forster still had a 0.19 goals prevented. So yeah, he conceded a bag of goal, but he wasn't as bad as Sanchez, who conceded one less, 5.6, because he had an error that led to a shot. And he probably averaged one a game. But 4-3 Chelsea in the end. They marched on, the only team to take advantage of Liverpool sitting out. And all that mattered for them is getting the 3 points. They could care less. They conceded 3. 3 points was what the order of the day was. I would trade my 1-1 for a 4-3. Believe me. I had said 5-1, but Spurs got lucky early. City conceded the same amount of goals as Everton. We are finished. Can't say I expected better from Spurs. Yeah, they are. What did I say for this game? I said 3-3. So I knew it would be a mad scoring game, because neither of these defenses know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, I was close on a lot of games this week, like score-wise, Didn't always get them, but I was like right around the total goals for the game and thing. Like I went for 2 3-3s, and one ended 4-2 and one ended 4-3. Crazy. All right, so that's the Spurs versus Chelsea game. Good game. Entertaining. All right, so the game today, people. A bit of a sad one for me personally. Not sad, but just kind of make me think of the baller. So I haven't mentioned it yet, so I'll mention it now. Thoughts and prayers go to Mikel Antonio and all of his family and friends. Definitely got the images of what happened, and definitely just started to panic and thought the worst until some news was coming out. Was so glad to hear he was stable condition, and everything, and responsive. And I have learned since, he has had surgery and everything, but nothing too much has come out definitive about the injuries or what they exactly were. But look, just wishing him the very best. And at this point, it's not really important about anything like that. Just want to make sure that there's no complications from the surgery, and just waiting for even better news to come out at some point. But again, everything, thoughts and prayers go out to Mikel Antonio and all of his family members and friends and anybody who would know him and everything personally. Just thoughts and prayers go out to him and his fam. All right. So yeah, big up. And it was really good to see as well, West Ham, they had the ball in the net 3 times, and every player did something in tribute to Mikel Antonio. Souček scoring the first goal, did his trademark spinning celebration, but while doing so, had this up right here for 9. Then Kudus had a goal disallowed. He looked like he had the most elaborate thing set up. Couldn't find his jersey at first, but once he found it, set up a stool, put Antonio's jersey on the advertising board, and just kind of sat there beside him with his head down, hoping that they would get that shot of him sitting there with Antonio's jersey and name there. Nice touch. Of course, in the end, it didn't count. So, that was okay. But at least I got to see that image happen. And then when Bowen got the winner, soon after the equalizer from Wolves, he also, located Antonio's jersey and made sure to hold it up to the crowd. So, as would be expected, West Ham had Mikel heavily on their thoughts. And, who knows, maybe that played a part in them being able to find the spirit and energy needed to win this one, because at 1-1 it looked like it could have gone either way, and it didn't really take much time to find that winner, just 3 minutes. But yeah, they were able to hold off in the end and get the 3 points. So West Ham getting a home victory. I had my whole reasoning for picking West Ham in this game was that so far this season, every time it looks like Lopetegui is going to get sacked, he wins one game. And it was about time for the sack, and he won this one game. So, yeah. So every now and again, my mad thoughts do work out. Nicholas and Pristine and everybody else, remember that? So, yeah, pre-war me I say, because every now and again, it's actually spot on. So yeah, I went for the win for West Ham, and that's what happened. It was a 2-1 victory. I had this one 3-2. Selfishly, I wanted Cunha to at least score something, but he didn't score a damn thing and got a yellow card. So yeah, it didn't really work out for me in fantasy with the Cunha this week. But Bowen definitely playing like how he needs to play if West Ham is going to do anything this season. Involved in both goals, clinical in the box, sharp in the box, work rate up high. I thought Somerville and Kudus on the wings at least gave West Ham a little bit of some kind of threat. Having both wings, two players that are just extremely direct players, definitely helped West Ham today. And I thought in spells Wolves did decent, especially in the second half. I thought they played a decent game. Looked like they could score multiple goals at points, but just wasn't meant to be for them. And yeah, they're struggling. Gary O'Neill, I thought they were unlucky though, to be honest. I thought they should have had a penalty from Guedes, and I thought also Bellegarde was fouled as well, but neither one of them were given. Both looked at by VAR, but the VAR official didn't see it necessary for the referee on field to look at the decisions again, and they cleared them. I was shocked. I mean, but it's par for the course. Wolves haven't gotten anything this season at all. No change from the referee, so I guess it's just meant for them not to get nothing this year. But yeah, I thought they were both penalties personally, especially the nature of what penalties are these days. It's not like you have to break a man's foot to get a penalty. It can just be the slightest of contacts. So yeah, based on that context, I thought it should have been 2 penalties actually for Wolves. But it wasn't meant to be. West Ham got the 3 points in front of their home fans. And yeah, the tribute definitely was to Mikel Antonio. And again, we have to reiterate, prayers go out to Mikel Antonio and his family. All right. Yeah, man. Big up Antonio every time. I'm sure that anything you can do in your power to, get through this recovery, you will do, because you are a machine. And if you put your mind to it, I'm sure you'll be able to do it. All right, big man. So we're all praying for you, boss. We're all praying for you. All right. So that's pretty much all the games for the week. I'm going to actually switch the screen now and get over to the Premier League table. But I like how this one looks a little bit more. So let me just get over to here and show you guys. And of course, we're going to start down at the relegation and move our way up. So this is going to be after 15 games played for most of the teams. Of course, Everton and Liverpool would have played 14. But this is what the league table looks like right now. So we're going to show the league table, and then we'll get to the standings prediction table. All right. So in 20th place still, Southampton. So their recent form, 4 losses, 1 draw, not the best at all. They have Tottenham coming up next week as well. So they should have a chance to get a win against Tottenham. They're on 5 points with a minus 20 goal difference. A little bit of separation from the 19th place team, which is Wolves. They have lost 3 on the bounce now after getting 2 wins prior to those 3 losses. They face Ipswich in a 6-point relegation battle next week at the Molineux, so they will be wanting to get all 3 points next week. They're on 9 points, minus 15 goal difference. 23 goals, not bad for a team all the way down in the relegation. Ipswich, see the big difference there in goals scored, only 14 to Wolves 23. They're both on 9 points, and Ipswich actually has a minus 13 goal difference. So look at that. With 9 less goals scored, they have conceded 11 less. So 38 goals. One of the major reasons why Wolves is even down here in this area. They have also lost 3 on the bounce, Ipswich. And as I said, they have a big game coming up when they travel to the Molineux to face Wolves next week. In 17th place on 13 points is Crystal Palace. Their draw got them at least away from the possibility of getting back into the relegation zone with 1 result. They are now 4 points away from Ipswich and Wolves on 13, and they have only a minus 6 goal difference. Not too bad. They also have struggled to get on the score sheet with only 14 goals this season so far. Southampton on 11, even worse. Then we move up to 16th. Leicester City, they have scored 21 goals, so not too bad. 14 points for them, minus 9. They have a trip They have a trip to St. James Park, so that will be a very tough one for them. Crystal Palace will be traveling to Brighton, so that's tough. Everton all the way up to 15th now, 14 points. They have played one less game than everyone else besides Liverpool in the league. They did win their last game, but their next game next week coming up will be a trip to the Emirates, so they will be looking to play spoiler when they travel there coming up next week. Then we have West Ham in 14th after their win, moving up to 18 points, minus 8 goal difference for them. They play Bournemouth next week. Then we have Manchester United in 13th after 2 losses in a row, losing at the Emirates and then losing for the first time on the Amarim at home to Forest. They have the Derby coming up next week, so they will have to get ready for that. Two teams really not at their peak, so let's see how this Derby goes this time around. Newcastle United, 20 points, minus 2 goal difference for them. They are in 12th. They have Leicester coming up. Tottenham, as I said, will face Spurs. They are also on 20. One of the highest scoring teams in the league, 31 goals, with a plus 12 goal difference all the way down in 11th place. That's quite crazy. Then you have Fulham in 10th and 23 points after their draw with Arsenal. They will head over to Anfield to face Liverpool this weekend. Then we have Brentford. This should be a very good matchup next week. Brentford will be traveling to the bridge. We know that Brentford doesn't quite travel as well, but their attack does travel. So that should be a good game next week in Stamford Bridge. They're on 23 points, plus 3 goal difference. Another team that gets loads of goals with 31, but probably conceding more than the coach would want at 28. And we have Bournemouth. 3 wins on the bounce, looking really good for them right now. They have West Ham coming up, and they have 24 points in 8th position, plus 3 goal difference. Then also on 24 points, plus 3, Brighton. They have Palace coming up. Little bit of a wobble lately, only 2 points from their last 3 fixtures, 2 draws and a loss. Then in 6th in the European places, you have Aston Villa. After their 2 wins on the bounce, they are back up into 6th, and they are on 25 points with a 0 goal difference, 23 goals for, 23 against. Then in 5th place, Nottingham Forest, after their win, bounce right back up. They are on plus 1. They will face Villa, so let's see what happens. 5th will face 6th this weekend. That should be another good matchup. This one should be, this will be in London there against Forest. And then we have Manchester City and Man United. This one will be at the Etihad coming up on the weekend, but right now they're in 4th. It's 27 points, 27 for, 21 against, so only plus 6 for them. Not the best, not what you're used to seeing from City. Then we have Arsenal in 3rd position now, 29 points, plus 14 goal difference. Everton at the weekend coming to the Emirates, 29 for, 15 against. Hopefully they can put Everton to the sword at the weekend, but they'll have to play well to do so, as Everton has been on a decent run lately. Chelsea, 2nd place, 31 points, 4 wins on the bounce, 13 points out of a possible 15 in their last 5 matches, so they're on a very good run. They have Brentford at the weekend, 35 for, highest goal scoring in the league, plus 17 for their goal difference as well. And then you have plus 18 Liverpool, 35 points, played 1 less than all the rivals you see on the page, and they have a 4-point lead over their closest rival. They have Fulham coming up to Anfield to make a visit. So that is the table right now in the Prem. Where is your team right now, people? Let me know. My team is in the top 4, but not where I would like to be. They say I feel like a genius. Yeah, man. Prayers up for Captain JA, you know? All right, so what we've all been waiting for, at least maybe some of us might have been dreading it. But let's take a look at the standings for the week, people. So we have the winner of week 15, Jason Gooner TV standings, is none other than Hot Chili with a 6-3 record. one perfect game predicted on the week. Actually, his perfect game was the West Ham versus Wolves, and he was very close on a few. He had 4-2 Chelsea, he had 3-2 Brentford, he had 2-0 Bournemouth, 1-1 Leicester Brighton. So yeah, he was dead on a lot of them, and he had the best record at 6-3. So first place this week, Hot Chili. Rounding out the rest of the list, people, we have Mass Sports World, who we have to give a shout out because he was 5-4, and he also had 3 games actually perfectly predicted. He predicted the Bournemouth 2-1, the Leicester 2-all with Brighton, and also the 2-1 West Ham over Wolves as well. He predicted. So 3 games, that's not bad at all. Yeah, man, had Chile. Take your winnings, Chile. You win that week, yeah. Nitro also 5-4, but had 1 game correct. Nitro's 1 game was the 2-1 Bournemouth Ipswich. I think I also got that one correct. So I don't know, for whatever reason, 2-1 Bournemouth was a popular one this week. I was in 4th place with a 4-5 record. A lot of us had 4-5, but I had the tiebreaker with 2 correct scores. Nick and Nicholas. So if you name Nick or Nicholas, you went 4-5 and you had 1 correct score this week. So big up Nicholas, had the 3-2 in Forest and United, and I think Nick, you had the 2-1 West Ham Wolves as well. Then you have Duke, Pristine, and Coach Edwards all at 4-5, but none of them were able to correctly predict any of the score lines. So that's how they ended up there in the table. But not only do we celebrate the winner of the week, we also have to highlight the worst picker of the week. And we also call them the donkey of the week. So without further ado, people, let's get this on the screen. This is the donkey of the week, and we have 2. We have donkeys this week, and they are Biggs G and Red Skull. Red Skull, I can't believe you ended up here, but it's so true. You are the donkey for the week. Biggs G 2-7, Red Skull 2-7. Neither of you could get any of the fixtures perfect scores. Let's see, Red Skull, you predicted the Brentford win and the Bournemouth win. All others you did not have correct. And for you, Biggs G, you had the Aston Villa to win, and you had Bournemouth to win as well. So you would have gotten those games. So those were the only 2 out of the 9. Who knows? Maybe Liverpool and Everton could have saved you this week from being the donkey, but we shall never know. Someone had to beat, and you guys were kind enough to share with each other. So Biggs G, Red Skull, no hard feelings, but you are the donkeys of the week. Hee ha, hee ha, hee ha. All right, people. So that is the standings for the week. Big up again, Hot Chili. Always playing. Good to see you get a trophy this week. And Biggs G and Red Skull, don't feel no way. You will only be the donkey for a time. All right? Yeah, man, donkey, I eat the grass, So let's move on, people. The last thing we want to people, we're into the Fantasy Premier League, people. We're into it. But we had a very hard time this week. Not only is Salah a huge part of all of my fantasy teams that I have. I have 3 different teams. I have, of course, my main fantasy team where you have your budget and you pick your team. And I have 2 draft teams that I actually was lucky enough to draft Salah in both. So I have Salah in this and I have him in everything else. Now, my lead at the top is not as great, but the only good thing that really happened, people, was my closest competitor, Biggs G. Looked like you just had a bad week all around because you were the donkey of the week. And also, you only got 39 points for your team. And it looks like you did the same foolishness as me, Captain Saka, when you had Salah and Palmer on your team. So yeah, luckily, I beat my closest competitor by 4. So I was able to stretch the lead to 11. But everybody else that was pretty much further away had some good weeks. Demo trying to make a run, now up to the top 5. So he had a 69, a number that he loves. So everything was set in the stars for Demo this week, But yeah, this was my team, 43 points. As I said, I have Palmer on my damn team and did not put the armband on him or the vice captain, because I would have, by virtue of captaining, if I had captained Salah and had Palmer as my vice captain, I would have gotten the double points, which would have given him 36, which would have put me up to about what, 61, which would have been a much nicer week to look at. But 43 points, it is what it is. I started Raya, Flecken had an assist somehow, so he got 1 extra point. Nobody on defense did much. Thank God, I know he got an assist today. Saka didn't do anything. Semenyo didn't do anything. Smith Rowe didn't even play it 60 minutes. Cunha played all game and set up about 3 different ballers from Wolves who can't finish. João Pedro came off in like the 70th. Could have did a few things, but wasn't kind of unlucky in front of goal. Wissa got a goal, which was nice. But yeah, not the best week for me, people. But luckily, as I say, did not lose too much ground to the persons that were the closest to me. And yeah, it looked like no one really had a monster week. I think Demo with his score was the highest of everybody. So he cut into the lead a bit, 26 points. I think I gave him back this week, but things will change. They won't all look like this. And we'll be fine. We'll be fine, people. I'll make some adjustments, make some transfers this week. I don't think I made any last week, so I have 2. So I will use up probably both of those this week and try to get rid of some of the dead weight that I've been carrying for a couple of weeks now. The Fantasy Draft League wasn't much better, to be honest. In this one, I fared a little bit better. I got 41 points, and of course, there's no double points for captain in this. So 41 points isn't terrible in this type of league. Collins and Milenkovic did some good work for me. Cucurella got an assist as well, which was, it's crazy that he gets an assist for that Sancho goal. But yeah, I guess he passed in the ball, so he gets it. Johnson got an assist as well. Solanke scored a goal. Havertz got an assist. So yeah, some people did some work for me. Zinchenko proved to be a stupid pickup. Didn't even play. Foden I picked up, and he still has his illness. So I think that's going to pay dividends down the road, though. Having Salah, Foden, Johnson, Rodgers, and Semenyo, that's a very good midfield set, and also the forwards as well. Havertz, Solanke, Cunha can work with them, So I like this team, how it's shaping up now. The other league I'm in, this is probably the lowest score I've gotten so far this season at 21. Terrible, but I have a nice lead. But definitely they cut into it a little bit this week. As you can see, this one only Estupinian did anything on the back line. Nobody in my midfield. And Havertz had an assist. That's it. So yeah, it was tough this week. As I said, Salah didn't play. Typically, that's about 10 points already, right? So it was always an uphill climb. But yeah, work to be done. Still have the lead in all 3 leagues I'm playing. But yeah, some more weeks like this, and I won't have the lead longer in none of these leagues. So yeah, hopefully this was just one of those weeks out of the blue and back to regular next week, But I think in this one for sure it will get better, and I will make the necessary adjustments to get back on track next week in this one. But as I say, in this league right now, I am still currently number 1. I have about an 11-point lead, and third place about another 32 behind. So yeah, I have a nice cushion on some of the other folks. Biggs G and I have been battling it out lately in the last few weeks, but we both had bad weeks, so a lot of the people below probably happy this week, so they could pick up some ground. But yeah, last week, me I give you people, and should I catch me this week? I want to get mash up now, I'm get serious now. I'm see what I go on, But yeah, we'll see. We have to stay humble, people. Like Erling Haaland tell we have to stay humble. So I go humble yourself, people. I know that these things happen to even the best of us, but don't get used to it. But yeah, that's about it, people. That's about it. We have reached to the end of the show. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. We had a great time recapping this week's fixtures. For most of it, I didn't have a great time recapping that Arsenal game, but we're professionals, so we can get through the work, Jason stopped following the Breakfast Club, but Donkey. Yeah, man. Donkey of the week. I swear it go people. I am a Breakfast Club fan, so big up to them people. I've always listened to it for years now. So yes, Donkey of the week. We did pay a little homage to them for sure. Chelsea getting their wings clipped this weekend. All right, Nicholas, be here on there's no Friday game, right? Yeah, be here on Friday night, people. When we do it all over again for the EPL preview show. Of course, it's Europe this week, so we have games, a full slate of games tomorrow. As a matter of fact, before we leg up, people, let me just pull up on the screen the Champions League fixtures tomorrow. We're not gonna do no predictions or nothing, but let's just see some of the games that will be on. Let's see UEFA. Yeah, because now it gets serious, 3-game leave the table. All right, so this is the table, people. Liverpool unbeaten, first place. Inter, Barcelona, Dortmund, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Arsenal, and Monaco. So right now, that top 8 would get a bye into the round of 16. Then you have Villa, Sporting, Brest, Lille, Bayern, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Milan, Man City, PSV, Juventus, Celtic, Feyenoord, Bruges, Dinamo, and Real Madrid as the last qualifier for the round of 32. So basically, these teams, PSG, Shakhtar, Stuttgart, Praha, they will all be needing results to get into that green area and expect some help from some of the others as well. So it's really getting down to that time where you want to be in that dark green segment so you can afford even a slip up if you have one. But of course, with the table being so tight, one slip up and that dark green could turn into a light green very quickly. So yeah, if you're up in that dark green, you want to get a result this week and solidify it. Definitely don't want to lose, but you would want to get 3 points as well to try to get some distance, try to keep yourself in that top 8. But these are the fixtures for Tuesday. We have Girona and Liverpool. Last year, this would have been a very tough game. Right now, Girona not the same beast, but let's see what they can come up with tomorrow. Dinamo, Celtic, Atalanta, and Real Madrid. That's going to be a tough away fixture for Real Madrid. Leverkusen and Inter should be another good one. Bruges and Sporting, Leipzig and Villa should be a good matchup. Villa not traveling as well in this Champions League as they are at home, so let's see how they do there. Salzburg and PSG, Shakhtar, Bayern, Brest and PSV. And then when you move on to Wednesday now, we have Atletico Slovan, Lille, Sturm Graz, Arsenal hosting Monaco, Benfica, Bologna, Dortmund and Barca should be a really good one at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Feyenoord, Sparta Prague, another big one, Juve and Man City, Milan and Cervena Zvezda, and Stuttgart and Young Youths Wednesday at 3. So good fixtures, Juve, Man City, Arsenal, Monaco, of course, I'll be watching. If I didn't have to pick the kids up, I would live stream, but I'm on pickup duty on Wednesday, so that won't be possible. But yeah, some really good fixtures. Looking forward to tomorrow, especially Atalanta, Real Madrid. Want to see if Liverpool can stay unbeaten as well when they travel to Spain tomorrow. Leverkusen, Inter should be good as well. Leipzig, Aston Villa. So yeah, some nice games, man. Looking forward to the Champions League tomorrow. And yeah, I'll be around at some point during the week with some content. Definitely want to check in with Reggae Boys in action across Europe at some point. Tomorrow night, if you guys are interested, will be the CONCACAF Champions Cup draw. So I think that's going to be at 7 o'clock. I won't be able to start it and do it live. But what I'll probably do is do some content. Maybe when it's already started, I'll start the show and just kind of follow along and show you guys where Cavalier ended up and some of the other teams in CONCACAF ended up in this Champions Cup. Yeah, just to do a little show about that. I think that should be cool to show that and see if we actually will get the chance to host Messi in Jamaica. People, that would be nice, right? So yeah, that's what we would love to see. Let's see if it actually happens. But yeah, tomorrow night, look out for that. and I will be doing some content around that CONCACAF Champions Cup. You know, of course, we covered the Caribbean Cup the other day, Cavalier winning that, so shout out to them again. And tomorrow they will find out their fate as to where they fall in the bracket and who they will face once they get their opponent, you know. Well, Duke, I don't know where they plan to host him, you know, but we say if we do get into Miami, Messi will fly down, look at the pitch, and the coach will say, "You don't have to play." Or him just won't fly down because they know the pitch stay. Feel like Messi would have forward, man. Messi, I gotta say, yo, I've been all over the place, but these people in Jamaica, they're the craziest. Yeah, I honestly believe if Messi came to play Cavalier, no matter if it's Cavalier, I mean, no, them have about 10 fans, the stadium would have packed if Messi come. I swear. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that the first day Cavalier would have make money off a gate. Who's the top player in Champions League so far? Probably must be Rafinha, yeah. Yo, Malik Tillman, second place. Wow. So am I going? Verts, Emi Martinez, Harry Kane, Nunes, Keller up there. Vinny Jr., Phil Foden, really? So Foden only a play ball in the Champions League this year. I'm not nothing in the league. Arsenal don't have one player in the top 50. Horrible. Getting results, but we ain't doing nothing. Mateus Nunes is City best player in the Champions League by rating so far. That's crazy. Interesting. Top eight. Top eight is crucial in this Champions League, you know, people. I'm telling you. Stop going so bad. Speed say when they mark speed, how much? Him say about 200 odd was there the other day for the final. So them have about, that's about them about 100 probably about 125 fans. That's about 70 to 75 was press and them people. Cameraman. No, it's about 50 press and cameraman, 25 from the other team people them, and 100 from Cavaliers. Sorry for Arsenal when they make changes to the laws next season. What kind of laws? Brother, you really listen that idiot there? What name? Obi. I'm find the thing where I'm talk about. Because this are the most bad mind thing. But they're fouling. They're fouling. Every play they're fouling. Man, go ahead. Obi. Arsenal. Set piece. All right, this Duke I talk about, you know. They don't foul keeper laws. Go ahead. All right, let me see. I'm showing you. I'm showing you what Duke I talk about. Watch out. Pre this. Oh, okay, I hear it. All right, hold on. I know why. I know why. Hold on. No sound. All right, hold on. Let me fix it. Let me fix that. I know why. Also share the audio.
Now build a way, have a system of how you score goals and not just by set pieces. Yeah. And of course, the set piece that is illegal. For me, those goals should not stand. What they're doing to the goalkeeper. What they're doing to the goalkeeper is illegal. I don't think that should stand because those players have no intention of playing ball. What they're there is to pin the goalkeeper down, obstruct the goalkeeper from coming out, and not just obstruct, they actually block him. If a goalkeeper is trying to come out to claim, there's no chance. I mean, Ben White does that all the time. He gets away with it all the time. It's incredible. Not just him, Saliba also. Both of them come and impede the goalkeeper from coming out. For me, that's illegal. The referees should cut that out. They need to stop it right now because if they don't, a lot of the clubs are going to start doing it. Now build a way, have a system of how you score goals and not just by set pieces. Yeah.
Oh, so if they don't stop what Arsenal doing now, a lot of clubs will start to do it too. Oh boy. Big G, you've been saying that too? Oh my god. Send the details, people. Because every team would just do it too if it was so easy to do. It's a subtlety that has to happen. That's why it works, you know? But you guys won't see it that way because it's not your team. I get it. All right, well, Duke and Biggs G, start the petition, send something to the PGMOL, make them change it then. And by the time when I figure that out, my boy, you over done come up with a new thing already. Hear the man about not every team play unfairly. Yo, every team play unfairly, brother. Every single one of them try to get advantage in some way. So tap your eyes. Anyway, people, big up. We're not starting no war tonight. We're done. Big up on yourself, people. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. I will be back with some more EPL content on Friday when we do the EPL preview show for match week 16. Tomorrow, as I said, look out for the night time. We're going to do a little Champions Cup show where we show you guys the draw results. I show you guys where Cavalier ended up and where some other teams ended up in the region and try to preview that competition. All right, people, big up on yourself. Thanks again so much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the CONCACAF Champions Cup show. All right, live draw show. All right, big up on yourself and thanks again. Big up. Like, share, subscribe.